A permanent carrier unlock finally makes its way to an iPhone near you. Apple to sell the Square credit card service to anyone at Apple stores. And Apple now facing a lawsuit over in-app purchases to minors. All this and more coming up right now. Hello everybody, I'm Jaime Rivera and welcome to the Pocketnow iReview, the show where we go through all this week's cool and the not so cool inside the world of Apple's iOS devices. Let's start this week off with the cool. As skeptical as the media has been, Negri Electronics has somehow figured out how to unlock any iPhone on any carrier using your IMEI code or IMEI code. This is pretty much the same way you unlock any other smartphone in the market and even feature phones, and it just works. It leaves your phone factory unlocked. We have a hands-on video showing you not only that it works, but we also show you that we updated our phone to our latest iOS version and that it still permanently unlocks your phone. Now, our video also shows you why you should really consider it, considering that things are really becoming difficult for you to have your phone unlocked. White iPhone 4 rumors keep coming up strong. This time, spring is still being mentioned, but a lot of noise is out there about Verizon getting the white iPhone 4. Now, if only Apple would bring a specific date to that spring, I would probably not have this sarcastic look on my face saying, yeah, I'll believe it when I see it. One really cool surprise this week is seeing that the Square credit card reader is now being sold on Apple stores online and that it will eventually be sold on Apple stores nationwide. Now, Square is that little credit card reader that allows you to pretty much swipe a credit card and charge anybody on your iPhone 4, iPod Touch 4th generation, and iPad. Now, the service, the little device will cost you $10, but then you'll get a $10 credit, so it's pretty much free, and then you'll only be billed 2.75% per every transaction. Now, that's really cool considering how difficult it was for you to become a merchant years ago and how easy Square's making things happen. Well, iOS 4.3.2 has just been released out of the blue, which is 4.2.7 for Verizon customers. Nothing really big to report. It's only a couple of bug fixes and security exploit closures to iOS devices. Now, I really wish that Apple wouldn't have to update the whole OS for just a little bug closure, but it's the way it is. Now, the cool thing is that the jailbreaks are still working. Tethered for now, but the dev team has confirmed that the exploit that allows untethered jailbreaks still works and that it's just a matter of time before they update their tools to bring you untethered jailbreaks to iOS 4.3.2 or 4.2.7. Well, if you remember the rumors of the smart bezel that we talked about last week, rumors are still strong, but the interesting thing is that it seems that Apple is also patenting that the iOS 4.3 gestures that we saw on the beta will make it to iOS 5 in a really big and new way. Not just the 4-finger gestures, 5-finger gestures that we saw. It seems that the smart bezel is designed to work with these new smart gestures, and that we should expect that to be the really new thing on iOS 5. Well, that does it for the cool. Let's continue on with the not so cool. A man from Pennsylvania is filing a lawsuit against Apple for unlawful exploitation of children. Kind of big words if you ask me, but it seems that the argument from this guy is that it's really easy for you to have in-app purchases within iOS devices. Apple closed a lot of gaps there by making you have to add your password for every in-app purchase recently on iOS 4.3, but it seems that the guy's not really happy there because he says that then children can know the passwords. You know that if you're a child from 13 years old and upward, you can have an iTunes account, so it's really easy. But then again, you know, I tell you, my friend, how about if you go into settings and then look for parental controls and then deactivate the App Store so that children cannot buy applications and therefore not buy in-app purchases, and then you knock yourself out with that because most likely you're not going to make it there. Big rumors have Apple pushing their iOS 5 or next generation iOS release to June instead of April, and their iPhone 5 or next generation iPhone release to September. Though there are another batch of rumors out there saying that Apple will release them on time. Now, Apple's been really good at keeping up with their yearly cycles of iPhone, iPod Touch, and iOS releases, so we really don't know if to give it much importance or not. But then again, we also could use the white iPhone 4 release as a thermometer and say, yeah, wait a second, they haven't released the white iPhone 4 anyways, so really not know what to expect. Now, the UltraSnow carrier unlock has just been updated to iOS 4.3.1, but, well, iOS 4.3.2 was released eventually, and remember, this is the not-so-cool section. What's uncool here is that, sadly, that iOS 4.3.1 update is just compatibility updates to allow old basebands and UltraSnow to work with iOS 4.3.1. And that's pretty much it. This is not really a new unlock, so for those of you on the list that are still waiting for UltraSnow to be updated for your basebands, I'm officially off that list of people that are waiting. I went with the Negri Electronics option. Sorry guys. That's it for today's show. Thank you very much for watching. Remember to give us a thumbs up if you like what you saw. That's it for now.